All right, everyone, so we are going to get started on the sketches for our Adinkra cloth prints today. So I just want to review the guidelines to make sure that you remember what it is that our goal is. So you want to pretend that you're an artisan in Ghana who is being asked to create new symbols for use in printing Adinkra cloths, which we talked about last time. So you're going to create two different symbols for your project that represent you or your culture. These symbols will then become stamps that you will use to create using relief printing, which we have done before, but it's been a while, so we will review that. You will print these symbols in a pattern onto a piece of colored construction paper to look like an Adinkra cloth. So really the only thing we're going to worry about today is creating our symbols, so focus on that part. All right, and before we start on that, we want to remember, especially in our idea and brainstorming, we want to remember that one of the criteria we're graded on is thinking creatively. So you want to come up with symbols that are unique and creative to you. Okay, so for today, we're going to work on our sketches. Now I'm going to ask you to actually come up with 4 different ideas so that you're really trying to think of multiple strong ideas that you can choose your 2 strongest from. So if you look at the directions, create 4 different possible sketches for your Adinkra print project. You will pick your strongest 2 designs to become your stamps. So you're putting 1 symbol into each box right here because this is the size that your stamp is going to be. You want your sketch to be the exact same size. So you want to think of things that are important to you and come up with symbols that represent those different things. So for example, of course, I'm gonna do a little bit of writing up here. Of course, I love art. I'm sure that surprises everybody. I really love nature, hiking, camping, all of those kinds of things. I would also have to say one of my favorite things to do is read. And I also really enjoy cooking and baking. So maybe some symbols from the kitchen would be helpful there as well. All right, so that's what I'm going to use to help with some idea generation. So I'm going to go ahead and do some sketches right now. Okay, so I have gone ahead and drawn 4 possible symbols. So I have a paint palette for art, I have a leaf for nature, hiking, and camping, a book for reading, hopefully that one is self-explanatory, and then I also drew my stand mixer for baking and cooking because I use it all the time. All right, so before I let you guys get started on your sketches, I did want to give one quick tip, especially if you are planning on including numbers or letters. So when you are printing your stamps, they are going to be a mirror image of whatever you draw, which means if you are going to be including letters or numbers, you need to draw them backwards. So I'm going to give you a quick example. So let's say, many of you know, I am a big fan of Harry Potter, and let's say as a representation of Harry Potter, I wanted to include platform 9 and 3/4. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay, just bear with me. So platform 9 and 3/4. This is how I want it to look in the print when it's finished. This is how you actually have to draw it. You have to draw it mirror image backwards, which I know is not the easiest thing on the planet to do, but it definitely is possible. So if you're including letters or numbers, please just remember that. I don't want you to be disappointed when you intended on this, but your stamp actually looks like this. All right, so guys, I look forward to seeing what symbols you come up with and how your drawings turn out.